Welcome back to Auto Shorts and Decepti-Clips. Okay, as we've spoken about Battlestar Galactica and Factory Entertainment before, when they were just launched Series 1 of their new 3 3/4 inch action figures, fully articulated. And we grumbled in that video, we always grumble on this channel, about the release of Boomer in the international market, where the only way you can get him is if you buy the full Viper for like £200. Don't have that kind of money, but I would still like the warrior outfit of Boomer as a separate released action figure. To have him locked away in behind the Viper is unacceptable to me. It's completely unacceptable. He's the main character and one of the main three warriors alongside Starbuck and Apollo, so he should have his individual release. Well, a Boomer is getting an individual release, but not a Boomer that I particularly would want. So, fresh from San Diego Comic-Con, we have the releases that they've done. You can see here, right here, we've got Airwolf and we've got a Cylon Raider that fits 3 Cylon Troopers. So what we'll do is, I'll go down to the list. So Battlestar Galactica, Miami Vice, The Mummy, Jaws, Airwolf, Jurassic, Magnum P.I, and the $6 Million Man. Let's go in the images here. Okay, so I'm not interested in this big scale, so I'm not going to cover it. Okay, so we're on the 375. That's the scale we want to talk about. So up here, you can see Magnum, Knight Rider, $6 Million Man, Miami Vice, and this is the Airwolf, guys. So hopefully there'll be some more zoomed in pictures. There's Airwolf looking absolutely lovely. And this is the Cylon Rider. It's going to have sounds, I believe. It is scaled with the figures, so this is how big a Cylon Raider would be to the humanoid characters, let's say. And it is coming with the exclusive bolt-on with the Cylon command helmet. Again, I don't mind that so much. That is a figure that I would prefer is released separately, but it is the right choice of figure to go with the Cylon Raider. Whereas Boomer, no, I'm not accepting that. You could have done generic colonial warrior to go with, or you could have done Apollo's brother. He appears in one episode, keeps him special, keeps him unique. So this Boltar, I think this doesn't bother me. He appears in a handful of episodes with that helmet on, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter that this figure would come with the Cylon Raider. And that's a nice close-up shot of the Cylon Raider, looking absolutely lovely. I'm guessing this guy hasn't been sat in the model properly because he seems a bit high. And they should have put the Command Centurion there. Just saying the gold one. There they are up close, lovely. And that's the Boltar, looking pretty damn cool. I must admit, I do like the look of this, but not something I'll be wanting to get because I'm not one for buying vehicles. Far too expensive. That's the canopy to the Cylon Raider. And here we've got a close-up assortment of action figure assortment wave 1. So I'm guessing these are all going to be released in one wave. So you're not just going to get a release of Magnum and then you're going to get a release of Knight Rider. No box for old Michael Knight here. So we've got old Tom Selleck and David Hasselhoff. And then we've got the guys from this. Okay, they're calling this as wave 2. So this Miami Vice, wave 2. And then this is another production sample of the Viper. Have you noticed they've not actually got Boomer next to him, which I think is naughty because it sort of leads you to false sense that he comes separate when he doesn't. Only when they did a special offer on Entertainment Earth anyway. So it's like, well, that's fair. I'm not paying the rates to get that shipped in, I tell you. And then another one of the Viper. Viper close up, Viper close up, Viper close up, Viper close up. Lots of Viper. It is pretty. It is damn pretty. So this is the warrior versions of Apollo and Starbuck. Looking absolutely fantastic. I'm so tempted. I really want to get these. Really want to get these. But it's finding its place and see if it works aesthetically within the collection. And then, oh man, it's the Cylons that I really want. I love me a robot. Love me some robots. And this is frustrating. This is the Boomer that I would want. And it's unacceptable that he is not being released separately, at least not yet anyway. And there's the gold trooper, silver trooper, Boomer, Starbuck, Apollo, and this front wave here I believe is wave 2, so it's Adama. This one actually looks more like Adama than the big one, the big posh pricey one, and I believe they've said this is Athena, so that's Apollo and his brother's sister, I believe. And you got Bolter in his more ceremonial cloak. And this one is Lucifer, so the brainy Cylons. At the back, if there's a close picture of the back. Okay, yeah, so they've done it in one half. So we've got Colonel Ty, original Colonel Ty there, and ceremonial suit Starbuck. I can't remember what this character's called. He's the one that's on he's the planet-based version of Lucifer. So he appears in I think a couple episodes, maybe even just one. And then we've got Ceremonial Boomer and Ceremonial Apollo. Now, I do like these costumes, but I'm not one for buying 151 variants of the same damn character. I'll just want to buy the main warrior ones. That's the main costume that they wear throughout the series. These ceremonial costumes they use a handful of times across the series. So again, I would not want a single release version of this Boomer. I don't want this Boomer. I want the default version of him in the colonial outfit. That's the way he should have been released anyway. This one, you can stick this one in the bloody Viper and I wouldn't care. And a nice close-up look at them. So these do look good. These do actually look really, really good. It's a strong wave too. And it does mean when we looked at that list, then they said, oh, which ones do you want? Most of these guys were on that list. Even the ceremonial costumes. I didn't vote for the ceremonial costumes, so I guess people ticked every single box, which is not, that's not, that's not what you're meant to have done. And it's like, I just don't think they'll sell as well. I just don't think the ceremonial costumes will sell as well. And they showed off modern. I say modern. Damn, program's 23 years old, but let's say modern or reimagined. That's it. That's the right word. Reimagined Battlestar Galactica. So the female version of Katie Sackhoff's Starbuck, and there she is, looking lovely. And of course, the massively underused and undervalued and not explored properly modern Cylon from that show. I do not like the way they depicted them. There's so many things that I loved about that show, and other things that I'm like, and I didn't like the ending either. I didn't like the ending. So yeah, and also a lovely new Viper, looking pretty damn cool. So that's a Mark II. It even says there, Colonial Mark II Viper. So that's pretty damn cool. Skip through them. This, I believe, this is the Ramen toy version. So this is a 6-inch Michael Knight, and that would be the 6-inch, or the car that would fit the 6-inch Michael Knight. So this one does not go with the smaller one. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And then I must admit that looks pretty damn cool. And to know it actually was turned into a medical helicopter after the show and crashed, I believe, somewhere in I'm going to say Switzerland, but I'm probably wrong. But yeah, it was actually turned into a rescue helicopter. Can you believe it? And there we are, looking absolutely fantastic. That lovely little bit of and now I think we're back at the beginning. We don't want to look at these boring old big figures, so let's just scroll back to Battlestar Galactica. Let's get the picture for series 2 and 3. I think there was one together. There we are. So this is upcoming. So this means they're still running good. They're still rolling out lots of these figures. Where is the Colonial Warrior outfit? Boomer. This is unacceptable. He must happen and has to happen. So yeah, don't forget to love, like, subscribe. See you guys, girls in the next one.